It's a big week on Aces Premiership Countdown. Dusty's 300th. We review the 12-week challenge. I've let us down because Richmond are too good. The Crows, they are killing me. We have some huge stop-that's, plenty of punishments, as you can see. And we had a special delivery from Nick Larkey. Have a go at this. Tune in this week. Big podcast. You'll love it. This episode is proudly sponsored by KPI Construction Services. When it comes to construction sites, reliability and efficiency are key. That's where KPI Construction Services shines. With a single call, KPI provides a range of essential services, which includes labour hire, crane hire, and traffic control. KPI is a progressive business with modern plant and equipment across all of their operating states. Focusing on innovation and to avoid the business drifting is always front of mind. We are proud to be aligned with and have such a reputable company partnering with the show. Aces, I know I always go on about the RIXXs, but I got huge news. We have all our styles and colours restocked on the website right now. Get online, grab some sunglasses at rixxeyewear.com.au right now and use our little discount code ACES if you want a 20% discount code on the house.
All right, Tommy, let's get stuck into the podcast, mate.
Welcome back, everyone. Aces Premiership Countdown. I can't look at the pig and take him seriously because there's a lot to unpack this week. Oh, mate, I don't know where to start. Look, I will start with you because I've got a lot to unpack myself. I've been very flat, and I'm up and about at the moment because I'm looking at you and I've been sending Pig all the abusive messages these North Melbourne fans have been sending in, and I tell you what, there's been thousands. If you come for the fans and said there's none of them, well, they've all heard and they're angry. It's like they've built up 13 weeks of frustration and they're letting it all out on the big pig.
They've taken it all out on me. Getting a bit carried away. They've only won the one game, but I'll put my hand up and say they need to get through the West Coast game. They did. Put my hand up. Well done. I'm actually wrapped for them. But a little bit easy on me, guys. I didn't know you had that many supporters. All 10 of you came at me and
not only
anyway,
that,
mate. Sorry.
The social media, a big shout out to North Melbourne because 8 hours later, there goes Simpkins' goal and the boys win. And I put the post up deliberately that day. I thought, this would be fantastic for a little bit. I wonder if the boys watched that because we have had a few North boys on the podcast. I wonder if any of them in the locker room kind of thought, you know what? Today's the day we're going to fire up, and they showed a few of them that little clip.
I don't know if they'd be too interested in what we've got to say, mates. But they, well done to them. They got the win, and I know you're getting into me a little bit.
Well, hang on. But you say they don't watch it, but I reckon the skipper of North Melbourne, Lux.
Can we just pause?
What's that?
Sorry, we just got to pause. There's someone knocking on the door.
Hang on a second. Someone's at the door. What do we got here? It sounds like there might be a delivery. There might be a delivery at the door here, Big. You wouldn't really. Hang on a second. What do we got here, big boy? Well, hang on. It's the postman. It's a delivery from Nick Larkey. Hang on a second. What have we got in there? Is there a retro?
I'm not wearing this anymore.
We've got a retro jacket from the North Melbourne Footy Club. And I believe there's a hat here signed from Nick Larkey and the boys. I think Jai Simpkin might be on there as well with a little note to someone else. Read that out.
Good to have you on board, Big Pig from the Roos. Far out. You are. That's not bad. Well done. Thanks, boys.
I reckon you thought that one of the boys are going to walk in there.
I was a bit worried. I was going to be scared. Not Big Larks.
That is very good. Can we get the jacket on for the boys? Can we get the jacket on?
This kills me. I've been copping it all week, and then you've done this, organised this to come in. Oh, it doesn't fit my head either.
Put the jacket on, big dog. Put the jacket on. Well, there you go. A big shout out to the North boys, especially Logie Bear for helping me organise this with the skip. And how good are the retro jackets as well? Like, they're unbelievable.
Hey, mate,
Oh, he's ripped the tag off, which means he's not bringing it back. The pig wants it. No, I said the pig he'll rather throw it back at me or he'll embrace this. It's a very nice jacket. So if you're listening to this, Pig is putting on the retro.
I got punished, by the way.
North Melbourne. What do you mean?
I am not sure how I got punished because this wasn't part of my locks. Hold on, I'll do it up. Just relax. But now it's your turn. You've organised this. Yeah. Thanks to the boys for signing it. I am on board.
That is outstanding.
And what the fuck?
I know.
What have you done?
I know,
We
I've
were
done it.
on a hot streak.
I know.
We were on a hot streak. You've nailed me about the head-to-heads.
I know.
You go head-to-head, Richmond win, and now we're back to square one. And we haven't even really spoke about your punishment. You keep on saying, I don't know what I'm going to do and all this kind of stuff. What are you going to do, mate? Apart from ruin my week and ruin our chances of getting to the 12-week challenge.
It's been tough. And I tell you what, I've looked into punishing myself. I know we spoke about the first one needs to be a little bit tame, but I looked into everything. So I contacted the head of KPI, Aaron Ramsey, and I said, I'm going to walk down Punt Road tonight and hold a stop sign in a full Richmond kit. And he goes, let me just get back to you because I don't want to, bring the brand and company into dispute. So I've decided that I'm still waiting for them to get back to me. They're a very busy company, and a podcast like Aces Premiership Countdown obviously doesn't go straight to the top on a Thursday Arvo or Wednesday Arvo as we record this. So I'm just going to get right behind the Richmond Footy Club because it is Dusty's 300th. I've gone down to the Meatball's house, and big shout out to the Meatball. I hope you're recovering. Just a tiny little nick. He'll be back soon. But I've got the full kit. So I've got the full kit. I've got the linguini arms as well. No long sleeve, mate.
Any push-ups before the pod?
No push-ups either. No push-ups. I've got the full kit on right here.
No, you're looking all right. Oh,
Here we go.
You need to get in the gym. I can lend you some muscles, mate.
Jesus, I should have done gym before I got here. And I said to the Meatball, have you got any long sleeves? But I've got the full kit, socks and all. I know you can't see the floor, but the socks
How's
are on.
the boys getting me a double XL too? Just
That's the logie. Gee whiz, the Meatball, he's it's nice and tight. Jeez, I don't miss the jerseys, the GPS up the neck. You miss them?
I don't miss putting the jumper on. That's 3
Nah.
sizes too small for me. But
I'm only a skinny
mate,
wingman. But yeah, anyway, I'm in the Richmond kit. It was a disappointing week, and I thought I'll wear the Adelaide kit. No, I won't. I'm not associating myself with Adelaide. I've had Jordan Dawson on the podcast. I love you, Geordie. But I've tipped them 2 weeks in a row. They've lost by a goal, and they've lost by whatever last week to the Tigers. No Dusty. You know what happened, though? Can I just explain myself, and then we'll move on?
yeah, you can try.
No Dusty. I thought, they're resting everyone. As soon as we finish the podcast, in comes Bolton, Taranto, Prestia. Out goes the big Texan. Out goes Crouch. I'm watching the game. I'm going, I'm in trouble here. This is not $1.04. This is what we have, $1.11 into Jezza Cameron. Oh, my Lord. Anyway, we move on.
What did Jezza kick in there? He kicked
Two in the last quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I was watching that going, you could have stunk it up and got two crosses
I told
there.
you, the prop king.
Well,
Anyway.
We'll talk about it later, but so I assume you're going to go a bit more proppy this week after having
Well,
an
you never
absolute
know
man.
anymore. You just never know. The headspace is not great. But, let's talk about North Melbourne, and then we'll talk about the Tigers. Let's start with North Melbourne. Where were you when this was happening? Like, what were you watching the game?
No. I thought there was no chance they're gonna. And then I looked at the scores. I need to switch this on here. They got a fair bit in front, and then I couldn't watch. I couldn't not watch it. And then West Coast started coming back, and then Simpkin just had a crack in last quarter and just stepped up and got them the win. And
What about the last quarter, though? Because, the Eagles kicked 5 in a row, and I went, they got within 3 points. And I went,
3 points up, I think.
Well, I think they did. Yeah, they kicked the goal. Yeah. What were you thinking there? Were you thinking?
I thought they're home. They're home.
They were teeing up on you already online.
Oh, everyone was coming at me, and then they got up, and I'm just like, I was ready for the wax. I knew the post come out that day, but the fact that North social media posted it, and I think even one of the other North pages said, don't worry, big fella, we've got a 4XL for you. I thought that was pretty funny. Maisie made sure he commented on that.
I saw Maisie. I think that's the thing. It added a lot of value, your comments. Even I was shocked when you said it. Just because the week of, I thought, against West Coast with that Harley Reid, I said, that's a big take.
You go for these bold predictions and, sometimes they fall flat. And you know what? They've fallen flat more than they haven't this year with some of my picks. So I was happy for them. No one wants to see a side go winless, and they got the win, and well done to them. But what else, mate? What
Well, I was
else
just
you got
reading
on
in
the
a couple of
agenda
questions here. One bloke, Gazza Yobo 10 or whatever his name is. That Michael Hibbard, you would have lost the prelim in 21 if it wasn't for a normal season. D's can't handle the pressure. And then he goes, imagine playing in one grand final, but it's COVID and you don't play at the MCG atmosphere. At Michael Hibbard, # don't mock North again.
There we go. What's it, gazebo or something?
gazebo,
Anyway,
tell
well,
me
the
what it is.
MCG atmosphere is pretty good, but North wouldn't know, mate. They don't play at the MCG. They got to fill out Tassie before they get to the G. I used to play in the middle of that thing, and big gazebo sitting in the nosebleeds. So settle down, champion. And until you can actually walk on the hollow turf, you don't have to bloody say a thing to me.
Oh, that's very good. We won't go through any more comments because there's a lot of negativity, but a lot of banter as well. We loved all the North fans that got behind it. Well, let's talk about the Tigers. The Tigers, they looked very good, and Dusty's 300th this week. You know, it's an absolute honour to be rocking the Meatballs jersey right now with the lead up to Dusty's 300th. It's big.
I think they're a big chance.
250. I don't have a lock of the week, but gee, you think through. I think, okay, let's go back to milestone games. I think of one, Matthew Pavlich's 350th, okay?
Yep.
Against Western Bulldogs, 2016. Dogs go on to win the grand final. We have won 3 games for the year. We were 0-10 that year. We gave it to them. Milestone game. Boys just lift. The boys lift, the club lifts, everything goes up. I reckon that everyone has to find something this week. And with Timmy Taranto back, Bolton back, I know Prestia goes out. Someone hopefully comes in. They look good.
Yeah, they do look good, but so do the Hawks. I know we're previewing a game early here, but they were 5 from 7. They went from 0-5, and mate, they're a sneaky. Like, you know, if they can get through Richmond, which I think obviously they're the betting favourite, they're a sneaky chance for finals. Like, we're talking about that right now. Like, if they keep getting on a run,
6 from the last 7.
Yeah. So, but. You know, Dusty's 300th. We know he's going to turn it on. It's a big game. They're expecting over 80,000. I can't wait to watch it. I don't know where we're at with our tips and, you know, if we're going to any props coming up, but I'm going to be watching that game with a fair bit of interest and hopefully just Dusty kicks a bag. They play him forward. They get it into him. And
Does he play forward or mid?
He'll play a mixture of both like he has recently.
Just go on. Do you reckon he'll come off much?
Oh, you have to give everyone a rest. Just at his age, injury prevention, he'll come off the ground, of course.
There's rumours, well, there was rumours circulating. I don't know. You don't know, but it could be his last game.
Nah. I don't know Dusty real well, but footy's been life for him for so long. He's still playing good footy. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but I can't see him retiring.
Yeah, neither can I. I know, it's just something that popped up and I went, no, I don't think so. You never know, but... You know, you just got to appreciate this game in case.
Yeah, he seems to still be enjoying it, you know. So, you know, the week before he played well. I can't see him retiring, so I think that's a fair bit of mud, but interested to see how he goes.
I hope he doesn't.
Be a good game.
I hope he plays a couple more years.
Nearly game of the round. I think he will. I think he's out of contract this year.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's a bit of talk of him going up north and reuniting with
Gold Coast
Simmer.
Suns. They do need a little bit more.
They would love a bit of injection of the old Dusty.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about them later because there's probably 3 games. But let's talk about the umpires late in games blowing that whistle. Now, we do target umpires too much probably, but let's just scrap the umpires. But just the end of the game, the whistle needs to go away. Even like, you know, just these free kicks. I'll go to the North game. You can't be... You know, Elliot Yeo puts his head over the onion. He gets pinned. By the way, I don't know how Jai Boy got the free kick, but it was great to see the great man go back kick his second. But I don't even think he was involved, was he? Anyway, so he gets the goal. Then you go to the other game. I think Giants and Hawthorn. Tom Green just gives Sicily a little bump, and let's be honest, he flops a bit. And then you go to the Saints and Suns game, and Mac Andrews and King, who, let's be honest, Mac Andrews, he's getting better and better, but he's undersized. They're just wrestling for position, and he gives a free kick downfield to end the game. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
2 minutes to go. It's horrific.
Yeah, I think just on the umpires, and you make some valid points, is just the adjudication of some rules and the interpretation of, like, every umpire has a different interpretation, which is making it so confusing, you know, with the tackling especially at the moment. And, you know, is it prior? Is it not prior? You'll have one umpire that thinks it's prior and the other's not. Like, it must be impossible to adjudicate the rules.
It'll be tough to be an umpire, yeah.
And then it's so frustrating as a fan. It's just like one was holding the ball 30 minutes ago, and the other one at the other end, the umpire has a different version of what happened.
What I'm saying is 2 minutes to go, when someone bumps you, like, play on.
Yeah, let it go. Unless
Let it go. If you're going to lean one way, you always lean. Like, look,
Let it go.
You know we love our American sport. This is an AFL podcast, but NBA finals, have you seen the refs? They're not paying. There's no fouls anymore. It's just like there are fouls, but they're not paying the ones where they're really physical. They kind of let it go a little bit more. Should be the same thing in the last 5 minutes of an AFL game.
I definitely think in the last 5 minutes, the umpire should be seen, not heard, so to speak. Like, just try your best not to put your imprint on the game. Like, let the boys do that, and you just adjudicate the best you can. Don't try and make any controversial free kicks. You know, be a little bit more lenient, so to speak. So
it won't be one of them segments this week. But umpies, come on, stop ruining the game in the last 2 minutes. Oh, jeez. Especially my Giants. I mean, I was losing my mind.
Mate, they got the hardest job in the world at the moment. They're doing a pretty good job, but you're right.
They are doing a great job. It'd be a very hard. I was thinking that, and running around 15 Ks, whatnot, making decisions. All right, let's just talk about the word "puke." And what do you think I'm going to align it to?
Yeah, the Melbourne Football Club at the moment.
And my tipping, because I keep tipping them because you're sucking me in. And they are playing puke.
They were puke on the weekend. They have been for a few weeks. I think that, and statistically, they've been pretty poor for about 6 weeks now.
Even the what do you call them? Medicos, they're puke as well. I don't want to pot your old medicos, but what's doing? 4 ribs, fuck.
Ribs, spleen, lung. It's hard to stick up for him.
But it's is he all right? Have you heard?
I messaged him today. He's fine. He's still in hospital, but the bravery for him to go back on the field, like, thank
God he didn't get a hit, man. You know what I mean? Like, I was watching him, I'm going, his contest pressure's gone. And I'm thinking, far out, if he gets a hit here, he could be in trouble. And he was very good offensively. And I'm thinking, he's just got to get off the ground, doesn't he?
You know, he must have passed some tests. Obviously said he was feeling all right, and he ran out there, and clearly he wasn't okay. So I'm glad he's feeling well. He put his hand up and said it's up to him, and that's just the kind of bloke he is.
Courageous man. I mean, jeez, he said some blokes wouldn't go out there. Well, you're looking at one. Ribs are done, mate. I'm off. I'm not going to, I'll be gone.
And in a way.
He's a bull as well, isn't he?
Yeah, in a way, I don't know if a lot of people would have thought that about Track. Obviously, he's powerful, but to play through an injury like that, he's not like he isn't seen as like a Jack Viney or a Joel Selwood or anything, but punctured lung, lacerated spleen and broken ribs, and to go out in the field, it's just really as tough. And it's
played with a broken leg previously, I read.
Yes.
So tough as nails. Well, I hope he's all right. So no doubt he's tuning in. So Track, if you're while you're cooking some of those grouse meals.
Oh, Mum loves them.
So does my mum.
Mum's like, have you watched Track's?
It's so smart.
No, I haven't. So
she said she's tried a couple. I'm waiting for her to dish them up for the big fella when he goes around on a Sunday. But
you need them at the moment, big linguini arms.
I'm looking at the linguini arms, and this might be look at a little bit of twitch in there. This is a bit of feedback from me. So I'm looking at the big screen here, and I am not liking what I'm seeing. Really, Ralph Smith type territories here. There's a little Ralphie on the wing.
Oh, the push you need to get in the gym, big fella. Yeah, you know what?
I'm running again.
Well, me too. If I'm sitting in there.
Last one, best on MMD. Again, big shout out to the whole team. The big freeze. It was an amazing day. But the sliders, there was, I think there was 9. Who was your favourite?
I like to. Pat Rafter was good. Can't remember who he was off the top of my head, but James Brayshaw was good as Axel. All those boys brought a bit of a similar vibe to Nick Rewald a couple of years ago. But what a day, what an event. I love that everyone got amongst it and dressed up. And Joel Solders in that pink kit, Robbie Williams.
He looked good. He looked like really. That was very the makeup, and I'm like, wow,
he had the makeup.
He's a good looking rooster. It was a spitting image almost.
Yeah. Who do you have, mate?
Yeah, the girls are great. I don't know. I haven't seen Nick Nat on the scene for a while, and I love his kit. So
cool runnings.
Yeah, cool runnings. Yeah, and the bobsled, wasn't it? The Jamaican bobsled team. I just thought it looked really cool. It was good to see him at the G. Big effort, obviously, flying over from WA. And, it's good to see him. But, everyone, amazing event. And, they do it so well.
Oh, yeah. It's getting better and better every year.
How cold do you reckon the ice bath is?
Mate.
So I was watching all their reactions, and I think this year was a lot of professionals that were going down that would have done ice baths 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So you could see them really expecting it to be cold, and I think they were showing a resilient face. They weren't really showing much, but you know when a person that doesn't do ice bath mask goes in, they go, they pop up. I just didn't see much of that this year.
And I thought the same thing. I remember last year being colder than it was I know it was cold on the weekend, but I remember it being really cold, and it must have been colder because everyone came up like
Shivering.
it was death when they got when they got in there. So it must have they must have got some feedback.
Yeah.
And stitch them up with some warm water next year.
Next year they should go like super cold, like just freezing.
Yeah, well,
They're only in there for 4 or 5 seconds.
yeah, they can cop that. Sure.
Very good. Well, like we said, get your beanies. I think they can buy socks as well. Do your bit and get online. Well, that's all I've really got from last week, except for the tagger. The tagger back, yes or no? And do you think you should tag, yes or no?
Yes. Say that because I feel like Alex Neil-Bullen has probably done the best tagging job on Dacos there's been so far. There's been a lot of efforts at him. I know Melbourne didn't win, so kind of it was for nothing, but he did an unbelievable job. Not surprised. He's so disciplined, fit, strong, and pretty quick. So he had an unbelievable job. But I just don't understand why you wouldn't tag like game breakers and game winners such as Dacos.
Lockie Neal's been the big one. Why don't you put someone on him? Do you have someone? I mean, everyone's got something. Like Neil Bullen's never done it in his life, has he?
I haven't seen him do
and
it.
It was I don't know. You'd know better than me, but he looks like he's got a serious tank and a lot of repeat speed.
He'd have to be one of the fittest guys in the AFL.
There you go. So chuck your fit hard, high half forward. I mean, that's what Matty de Boer was. He's a high half forward who could play midfield, but generally got told to play high half forward pressure and then release back in the forward line, go to the Giants and he's mentally that strong. He'll go to anyone.
Yeah, same as Nibbler. He's very mentally strong.
So you're coaching AFL club, you are tagging their best mid moving forward?
Depending on my midfield. Right now, as a Melbourne supporter, I'm tagging now without tracking the midfield. You throw a Nibbler in there on their best mid because you take one of ours out, our best mid out, which is track. All right, we take yours out.
Yeah, well said. There you go. Pig wants the tagger, especially at the Ds. Well, plenty to talk about. That was last week. Let's get stuck into it. As we said, it's a disappointing week for the 12-week challenge. I've let us down. If you're not happy with this Linguini arm attire, we can do something about that. But we're trying to get back on track. We've got an idea for you, so tune in at the end. Gone without a trace, though, with the tipping. Still on top. He only tipped 4, but 82, leading the Aus-American Aces tipping competition by 2. And I'm told that the North boys are going to also send us a jersey. I know the Tigers boys are going to send us a jersey. So we've got a few more building in there. You got the D's one, which I think the value's even dropped even more since last week. I think the North jacket you're wearing might be more
Starting
worth
to warm up to North a little bit after getting this present.
And then Caitlin sitting in second. But there you go. Gone without a trace leading. So if you're in the Aus-American Aces tipping comp, there's a bit of work to be done there. Well, here you've got a play on or out of bounds.
Yeah, so I'll come up with this today, and I thought I'll bring it up on the pod. So there's an old bloke I know. I've known him for a few months now. I'd say 6 months. And he keeps getting my name wrong. He keeps calling me Mitch. And at the start,
What are you calling you Mitch?
Well, I don't know. Well, my name's Michael.
Is there another Mitch that
There's
plays?
a Mitch Hibbert as well.
Is he the one on Love Island?
He was.
Oh,
yes.
so yeah, good looking rooster.
Yeah, but from knowing this bloke, I don't think he ever watched Love Island.
He would have watched. He played at Essendon, I think.
Essendon.
Anyway, there you go. I'm just trying to help this bloke
Not
out.
quite as many games, but
Didn't have the medal.
But it got to a point where I thought he was going to figure it out early, so I didn't want to correct him. You know, it's like when someone's got something in their teeth or something like that. You're like, sometimes you're just, I don't know, I'm well enough to pick it out.
Oh, you've got to say something.
Yeah,
the gap in my teeth.
There you go. It's a play on or out of bounds in itself. But then no one else corrected him, and it's been about 6 months, and he's still calling me Mitch. So is it play on or out of bounds? At what point does someone correct him, or do I just let it slide now?
No, you got to let it slide, and I reckon it's now your nickname. Like
It's starting to annoy me.
Yeah, no, you can't let it annoy you. As soon as it's annoy you, everyone will go Mitch.
No one knows it annoys me, but when he's, hey, Mitch, I'm like,
that is so funny, man. What do you say back?
oh, hey, yeah, mate, there you go. I've got his name. I'm not going to name him right now because I don't want it out there.
No, we don't want to get you in trouble.
But
Mitch.
he keeps calling me Mitch, and I'm like, do I pull him up?
Is it because did you say you were Mick at the start, maybe?
Nah, it's Hibbo. It's always Hibbo. But for some reason, he called me Mitch. And I was expecting someone around the footy club. It's at the footy club.
Oh, it's a footy. I thought it's at work, so it's at the footy club. Well, there you go. They're going to find out who this is.
Yeah, I don't know who it is. And he keeps calling me Mitch. And I think, it's got to get to Hibbo at some point because that's what everyone else calls me. But I'm like, at what point do I correct him? And is it too far? Because then I'm worried about his feelings going, I've been calling him Mitch for 6 months. So I'm worried about him, even though I'm
the longer this goes, the more that he knows you're taking the piss out of him as well because you haven't corrected him. So he's going to be like, I feel every week he's going to feel worse and worse when you do tell him. So I reckon you just got to let him run with it. Just let him run with it.
Oh, I thought that.
Win a flag this year, Mad Monday. Just go, mate, I'm not fucking Mitch.
He's old though. He's an old.
Yeah, just go on the
man. He'd be well into his 70s. So it's like I don't want to embarrass the poor old bloke.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was it. I thought I'd come up.
A few of the boys know about it as well.
I don't think so. No. So
they will now.
Yeah, they do.
That's
People
gross.
listen. So that was mine. So I'm going to leave it. I think. And yeah, you're right. Probably get on the piss and correct him.
Well, let's get to the RIXX Eyewear segment here. We've got a bit going on at RIXX. We do have a massive end of financial year sale coming up on the 17th of June. So if you want to just head online to the RIXX Eyewear website, and if you sign up, you'll be alerted first. So you'll be able to get your carts ready. But 50% off, Pig, up to 50% off that is. And if you buy one pair of frames, you're getting a free gift with purchase, I'm told, on the 17th of June. So lock that in your diaries. But that's massive. So RIXX will have a huge sale coming up. Now, speaking of RIXX eye-catching moments, I'll tell you what caught my eye was the North Melbourne Football Club. They were outstanding, especially Nick Larkey kicking 5 snags. If you need someone to lead from the front, that's what we need. And West Coast were going pretty well. It's over in Perth, very hard to do traditionally. And the fact they did it after the week of they won't win a game for the rest of the year. They have no fans and they will not come at me and everything just going apart. And I posted 8 hours and the boys do that. It was what caught my eye. I am, without taking the piss, very happy to see them finally get a win for their young players and the footy club who's working so hard. But North Melbourne, you caught my eye. I had a grin on my face all week, just knowing I couldn't wait to see the Pig today. So well done to the whole footy club. And that's the RIXX eye-catching moment for the train.
Well done. Well, it's funny you say that, Train, because my RIXX eye-catching moment was how many North supporters there actually are out there. And after my comments, which, we have a bit of fun on here, and I've made a bold call, and I genuinely thought, if they don't, I was wrong. I've got to put my hand up. But my eye-catching moment was the amount of abuse, but also North love out there. So I'm glad I'm wearing their colours at the moment. I'll probably burn it to the oven when I get home. I couldn't believe. I said last week there's not going to be any supporters come after me. But the eye-catching moment as well is North, we spoke about it, but North posting it and kind of brought the pot on the map a little bit with the North supporters. So hopefully they're listening and thanks for all your love out there, guys. I definitely read a lot of them because you tagged me in most of the comments every time you won. But there's a few more North supporters out there than I realised, and a lot on my work side at the moment too. We're pretty quick to point out that I'm an idiot. So.
And the best part, while you were saying it, you had the New South Wales top on and you declared them to me on the podcast and they got tonked by Queensland. They got absolutely smashed. So you're sitting there and you've gone against a couple of the Storm boys. I know Welshie hit you up going, what is that? And you're sitting there telling everyone the North will not win a game and New South Wales top on in State of Origin. It was huge. I was like, oh, that is grass.
I am cursed.
the big curse.
And that's what I said online. I said, hold on, you North supporters should be thanking me. I am cursed. Anyway, that was my eye-catching moment. Well done to the the North supporters for making me feel loved, and let me know how much you love that footy club. Let's not get too carried away though.
One down. Let's get a few more. Like, okay, can you give us a line for the season? How many wins do you think they'll have?
One.
Oh, you're saying only one. You don't think they'll get another one?
So why did you do this to me?
Do you think they'll get one more?
I'm not. No comment.
Oh, no comment. That is soft.
Jeez. No, I think they'll, after seeing what they did on the weekend, in all seriousness, I think they'll squeeze another win in.
Just the one, not three?
What are you trying to do to me?
I'm just saying, because if you're right, at the end of the year, you look
I
like the
haven't
king.
looked at their draw. They're going to win this week. Oh, God, I've said it again.
If they beat Collingwood, clip it up, Brado. Get it ready. Well, very good, mate. And you did. You're a great man, and it's all in good spirits here.
We're just having a laugh.
Having a laugh. We are just trying to enjoy our footy and get a little bit more chatter out there for the footy club. Look, there's some other good news as well. Just the one, no, he says. RIXX Eyewear, like I said, June 17, all the Sohos are restocked. So brown, black, cherry, and smoke all back online, up to 50% off, and you'll get a free gift with purchase. So head online, rixeyewear.com.au, and get those carts ready. Great work, Pig. That's the RIXX segment done and dusted. Now it's time for you to give us the tips. I believe we go through this week's games right now.
You want to go through some questions or anything?
I was going to do the questions at the end.
Yeah, we'll do the questions. So
or do you want to do the questions? Let's do the questions now, actually, because then we can roll into the locks after.
Yep.
I'll
just pick a few.
There's a lot of questions, and you know what? I was really excited to see what everyone had.
I've got one from Dill Clark here. And it's a bit of he's asking for our opinion here, which we love to do on the pod. Hey, boys. So I'm booked in to go to Europe in a week for a 6-week holiday. My problem is I'm currently leading the Northern Football Netball League Div 1 coaches vote. So he must be a bit of a star. And most likely the league medal. He's backing himself in.
What's his name? Dill Clark.
Dill Clark. It won't be hard to look up. So if anyone's listening from the Northern Footy League, make sure you get into him this week.
He's full of himself, which we love.
Do I go and cost myself the medals?
100% you do. You're playing in the what is it? What league is it?
Footy league champion. You're not winning the Brownlow. Like you're going to
Did
Europe.
you just give him the champion?
You're not going, mate. Come on. Go to Europe.
Come on, 6 give us a spell.
Yeah, you might be able to win it next year.
Unless you're going to, you're sitting in the backpackers for a month. I mean, if you're going
there's nothing wrong with the backpackers.
I know, but actually, you know what? That's a bad call.
The backpackers
I prefer the backpackers for a month. It's just a horrific take. Our feedback's quite strong here for Dill, isn't it?
Yeah, strong. No brainer. Go to Europe, mate. It'll be awesome. 6 weeks with. Yeah, no.
I don't know about you, but as you can see, linguini arms, it's not that hot in here. The veins aren't flowing. It's freezing in Melbourne right now. And you look at a bit pasty, my arms.
A little bit of a tan, wouldn't hurt on Dill?
A bit of a tan, Dill. So you'll come back and you might even come back better. I'll read one here from Archie Allen because he's a big fan, and shout out Arch. But as a Crows fan, I apologise dearly. Well, thank you. I also apologise, Arch. To make up for it, I'll give you a tip. He said, Sydney to beat Adelaide by 100. I don't mind it. And he's an Adelaide fan. Very good, that one.
Spittle Roo. Tommy, get off the juice cleanse and stop picking head-to-heads. Pig's been carrying you.
Oh, give us a spell.
And a little handshake emoji. Thank you, brother. You're right. I have been. That's not a bad punishment. You should do a 3-day juice cleanse.
Have you seen how skinny I am already?
That's elite. You got to do the juice cleanse.
Yeah,
it's so good.
If
you lose another one, I reckon you've got to do it, and you've got to stick to it too.
3 days. You told me it's 2 days.
Two.
Oh.
If you lose, whatever that's good.
2-day juice cleanse.
Oh, piss, man.
You've
been ripping me all week.
Can I make that the third? I'm trying to get back in the gym. I don't need that kind of chat.
I'll have to pick your diet for a day or something. That'd be good.
Oh, my God. But it's been really good.
I can't find the...
Here's one from Slade. Time to give up betting, Tommy. That bet was huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
You got in a pig for head-to-head all year.
Yeah.
I know, and that's why I'm very flat.
All right, last one from Braden. Do you think the AFL adding a 19th team will stretch the talent and cause teams like North, I didn't write it, etc., to bottom out for longer and spend more time trying to rebuild? P.S. ice bath during the episode for punishment.
Well, if we
what do
can
you
get one,
think
I'll
about
do
that? And hey, North, I didn't say it either. I didn't say it. Someone else wrote it in. Have a crack at Braden.
I tend to believe that North Melbourne are going to do what Hawthorn will do. So North sitting there where they are now, which is not great, but the talent they have, it's all coming up together, and I think they'll be fine. 19th team, you would think the AFL is going to put in a lot of they're not going to make the same mistake they've made with, I'd say, the Gold Coast Suns, and then with the Giants facility. I reckon they kind of, that stuff early days they cooked, but I reckon the list they got it better and they got it right. So I think it's fine. Talent-wise,
I think there's enough talent.
There's enough talent. It's going to come down to injuries, though.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say, you see the talent thin out in teams when you got multiple injuries, like we saw West Coast last year. Who have we seen this year with the
Richmond? Richmond's copped a hiding, they still win against Adelaide on the road.
But so you see a few people pop up out of that. So I don't think it'll change it too much, to be honest. I think there's a lot of talent.
My point
around.
there is North Melbourne, not now. So if you're at North Melbourne now, it's not now, but they're recruiting over the last, whatever, let's call it 10 years. Same with a few other clubs that you can, pick. It's not that hard. You look for a 6'3" mid, kicks pretty nice. He doesn't have to be too big. Moves well. He doesn't need to be he doesn't need to look like a bodybuilder when he's 18. You just need to know he's going to fill out like a Nat 5. You look at his kneecaps, big bone. Okay, we'll put some muscle around it. It's not hard, is it? So
doesn't seem hard.
I'm not having a go at small blokes, but if you're going to pick a short ass in the top 5 versus a bloke that's probably got a bit more potential at. I don't know. I'm carrying on a bit here, but I just think they really got it wrong with their trades and their recruiting, and I think they've got it right the last few years, and they'll get going as a group. They just need to retain their players.
Yeah. All right. We'll move on, mate. That's the questions for today. There's plenty on there. A lot of punishments for you, but
the punishments
hopefully sends through some punishments for next week.
I haven't slept all weekend.
Get through, but we'll get into the tips quickly. A few buys this week. Carlton, Essendon, Geelong, Melbourne. Much need to buy for them. West Coast and the Suns also not playing. Friday night, Brisbane up in the Gabba against the Saints. I don't know about you, mate. I don't even think we need to talk about it too much. The Saints are boring.
Do you reckon you should get fined if you don't score 110 points combined as two teams?
Well, I don't know. Well, what if you score 80 and the other team scores 30?
That's a good point. Didn't think of that.
No, but I feel like...
What about 100 combined?
Yeah.
At what point, as two teams in the bottom 8, play that style again? That was... Talk about the word puke.
Oh, it's hard. It was hard. That game last week, Gold Coast Saints, was hard to watch. I'll hit Wood kicking 6, unreal. Backing them to absolutely smash the Saints this week.
Well, it's hard to smash them because they play that defensive game plan, but 13th v 14th.
40 plus is my tip.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I'll be taking Brisbane.
Yep. Saturday, Marvel Stadium, the Dogs versus the Dockers. Very intriguing game, this one for me.
When I move over, but last week, I just nailed Brizzy. It's the only thing I nailed. Didn't I say tag the Bont? The talls will stand tall. Lockie Neal's got a grouse matchup because I didn't think they had a tagger because Ed Richards was concussed. Libba comes in, adds Trelaw, Bont. None of them are tagging. And I was sitting there watching the game and I looked on my tipping and the machine's got me with Bulldogs. So I've actually knocked the wrong button, I think, because I listened back to the pod and I've tipped Brizzy. So that was a bad beat. Very big bad beat. But Brizzy are back. I'm telling you, they're back.
Brizzy
and they are on the up.
I think saw something the other day. Outside of Sydney, they're the last 6 weeks or month, they are the second best team in the comp.
Yeah, they look they look like the team that we had last year.
They're going to come with a vengeance in the back half of the year and look for them to be in the top 8 because they aren't that far out. Dogs versus Dockers at Marvel.
This is my value of the week.
I can't trust the Dogs. I just don't know what they're going to give. 1 week they're good, 1 week they're bad. Or I think they've been win-loss for the last month. I'm kind of rating what Freo are doing at the moment. I know you're big on them, but I'm going to tip Freo, and I assume you are after what you said about the value. $2.18. I know it's at Marvel, but I just trust Freo more.
Freo's defense is elite, and if they can play the offense they played against the Ds, because the Ds aren't going that well, it's hard to get a read, but 90 whatever points it was, and I think they might have even been delayed to the ground. Not that that means much, but, the prep wasn't ideal, I'm hearing. It's just an amazing effort. Off the bye, doesn't really mean much, but teams don't play as good. But I think this is the best value of the week. I'm saying this confidently that I think Freo, they're not even 1 to 30. Freo to win at 220, it's pretty juicy considering the way they're playing and the matchups. Remember, no Norton, no Waitman. I don't think Darcy's playing because he's got 1 more week suspension. Is that correct, Braden?
Yep.
Exactly. So then you got Alex Pearce, all Australian full back at the moment. That forward line starting to fire. The midfield they've got Brownlow, Caleb Sarong, Brayshaw, you got Fife in there, Sean Darcy and Jackson firing. I mean, come on, 220? Are the bookies kidding themselves or what?
They must know something we don't.
Something we don't know, yeah.
I always think that. So
anyway, that's the value of the week.
Freo.
It's the value of the week.
I think we're both on the same page. This is one where this could go either way, in my opinion. It's Dusty's big 300. You were talking about milestones and backing them up. I'm going to go. I'm
going with ticker. I'm going with just the boys. They just get it done. I'm not even going on form. It's all hard.
I kind of want Richmond to win, but I'm going to. I'm going to tip the Hawks just purely off their form, just because you're tipping Richmond as well.
That's smart.
To go against each other.
Yeah, that's smart.
But as we said, the form that Hawthorn have been in at the moment, some of their young players are standing up. I just like what they're doing. Sam Mitchell's just got them playing free and look like they're having fun out there. They're working together, playing a good brand. So Richmond, but as you're going Richmond, I'm going to go the Hawks.
I reckon their pressure's back a little bit, and if there's if you're lucky enough to play in Dusty's 300th, you don't need much talent to pressure. I expect a lot of pressure, and the boys just get the win for Dusty.
I'm looking forward to watching that.
I hope they do, man.
Yeah, so do I in a way, to be honest. Adelaide versus the Swans in Adelaide Oval.
Swans by 1,000.
Okay, yep, I reckon Swans too.
Did I read that Swans are $1.35? Which
we
is
can talk about that in a minute.
Against Adelaide? Yeah. Are we missing something here? Is someone getting arrested?
I don't know. And my boys, North versus Collingwood. Let's not spend too much time on it. I think Collingwood are
You've already said your piece. You said they won't win another game. I just would love Collingwood to get rolled by North.
Yeah. Didn't say that. I feel like they might. Squeak one, but I don't think they're going to.
I reckon we're not paying Collingwood enough respect. They are playing unreal footy with a lot out. They are. If you think they're not playing in prelims and grannies, they are 100% top 4. They'll be them and Brisbane are coming right. Yeah, I know, but they were out of the 8 about 2 weeks ago, and they've lost a lot of players. I think Dacos got subbed off as well. I don't know where he's at, but they still
copped a bit, but knocked at the shin.
Yeah, but he'll be back.
He's getting tagged. If he, I don't reckon he would have got subbed off if he had 30 and kicked 2.
You reckon?
I don't think so. I don't know. Yeah. I hope not, but I just feel like.
But how good are they going, man?
I feel like they're already winning.
And they said rest him.
Rest him.
Yeah, can't get 3 Brownlows.
Yeah,
just
can't
on
get
the
the votes. We're going to win. Rest up your best player.
Yep.
Not saying by any means he's weak. He's a tough young player, but big game. Giants versus Port. Both two teams that have been pretty average recently. It's at home. Nice sunny day down at GWS at the whatever stadium it's called.
Bit of banter online. The Giants social media, they do some good work, and they put. Did you see the Ken doll? Like Barbie and Ken. They put Kenny in the. I think the action man was the Giants head coach, and I'm really looking forward to this game. I think this can go either way. You probably think that Port's in better form, but the Giants have a few maybe coming back. I know where the Giants are at, but I'm not going to write them off. I've done that a little bit when they won against Geelong. So I'm going to back the Giants in, and the bookies also agree.
Yeah, I'm going to back the Giants in. I reckon Hogs is going to have a pearler. I reckon he's going to kick 4. Toby Green got me my goal last week, and Longy got me my goal.
There was a lot of comments, Longy, on the DMs. I noticed out for dinner.
I backed him in.
You're hot. You know you're running hot.
I am running hot, and I reckon I'm only tipping one thing this week, and I reckon I'm going to run hot again. I can't see this one losing. So what we're going to do, we're going to go straight into our locks. What do you have for us?
Freo plus 24.5, $1.31 at the moment. Just going to take me $1.30. If you want juice, give me plus 17. But I think $1.30 is the method. It's not head-to-head. It's the line plus 24.5. They don't get beaten by much. They're a low-scoring. The defense is very good. So they would need to score about, I don't know, I feel like they keep teams to 70. So they would have to score, 46 points for me to get up there if the other team scores. I'm very confident with that line.
I like that line. I like that bet. And
I'm a prop man, but I'm kind of a bit of an ego after the last week.
Semi-prop. And you know what? And
is it a semi head-to-head, that?
Well,
I haven't done a line.
We're going to go head-to-head in the other one because I'm going Sydney at $1.35 versus Adelaide.
That's ridiculous.
That's $1.35. It should be $1.10.
Yeah, well, if Adelaide's $1.11 and they're $1.35 this week, I can't. Anyway, do they know something, the bookies?
I don't know. It's who's getting rested, who's injured, I don't know.
Nah, I mean, I watched last week.
Mate.
Warner, Heaney, and Goulden, they all kicked. I think they kicked 5 between them. Grundy as well, and they had about 100 between them.
It's in Adelaide Oval, I know,
but Sydney have won. What have they? They've lost one game. Richmond, and last week they were down by 30. And they won by 30, I think.
Maybe the bookies are similar to us. They're due. They're due to win over
Tell you what's
Adelaide.
due is our, I reckon, Pigs Parlay and Tommy's Tips. I reckon
we're going to bring it back
we
this
fire
week.
up a joint one this week with value and just see if we can get it back to that 400, 700 kitty. We only need $7 if we put a ton on it, or we get $14 and put a 50 on it. You tell me.
We'll join one together.
We'll do a joint one. So stay tuned for that. Social media locks are back. But we're going to just do 1 week of Pigs Parlay and Tommy's Tips and see if we can just swing that cash back over to the 12-week challenge and just inject a little bit of cash.
People forget, you've still got a $16, $17 winner.
Yeah, they do forget quickly telling me, Puge, I got one wrong all year and they're getting it around me like that. Come on, head to head. I mean, I understand it, but come on. Got to keep my confidence up.
What else we got, mate?
So locks are Sydney to win, and I'm taking Freo plus 24.5, which means they can lose by 24 for anyone else out there that doesn't understand.
And
they can't lose by 25.
And I've just got Sydney against Adelaide, which is Sydney, best team in the comp at the moment.
Mate,
so
what a week. We're back again.
We are back. All right, mate. This is our favourite segment.
It is time for our KPI Construction Stop That. And do I have a big one this week? This one goes out to the AFL media. Everyone hassling our man Dusty in his 300th game. The great man is on a media ban. Well, we believe he is. He's never liked the media. He's never liked talking to them. It's his 300th game, and I'm seeing posts from Facebook back in 2022 almost. Give the man a spell. He doesn't want to rock up to the media. It's the 300th game. The Richmond Footy Club, they're going to pack the G, and you're trying to put him off his game. I mean, what if some of the boys say, check this out, Dusty, you're going to rattle the king on his 300th eve. Give it a spell. You told him he was done 3 weeks ago. He'd come out dream time and kick 3. The train had him any time, and now he's coming up for his 300th, and you're all annoying him. Give him a spell. Stop that. Get around Dusty this week. You're guilty.
That was awesome.
There you go. Mate. KPI Construction. That's it. Stop that.
That was one of the better KPI Construction. Stop that. I might just slow the tone down a little bit. It's just you nearly blew a gasket. But my KPI Construction, stop that. And I know I'm wearing the colours. But stop that to all the North supporters and the hate out there and the personal attacks coming my way. You won one game. Chill out a little bit. When you win a few more, come at me again. But I'm wearing the colours in good spirit. And I'm happy for yous. I'm happy, but it's one game. Chill out. And I've heard some of the stuff that I was an average footballer, and it was a COVID year grand final that I won. If any of you gun footballers that have been bagging me, let's go down the Gosh's paddock, one out in the cage with the pig. I'll do it any time, and I'll be wearing the North colours. So stop that with the hate out there. I've got a medal around my neck, and you've got one win. Jesus Christ.
That is outstanding. There we go, the big bang. That's all we've got here at APC. It's all happening. We'll put up our big picks parlay and Tommy's tips combination tomorrow night or Saturday or whenever we want. But that is fantastic. Great work. Big shout out to Griffin Logue organising that North kit and the North Melbourne Footy Club, and to Dusty. All the best this week. KPI, RIXX, appreciate all your support and everyone that tunes in this week. So many more comments. We're loving all the support, and thank you. See you next week. Aces, I know I always go on about the RIXXies, but I got huge news. We have all our styles and colours restocked on the website right now. Get online, grab some sunglasses at rixxeyewear.com.au right now, and use our little discount code ACES if you want a 20% discount code on the house.